Hey guys, today I wanted to break down one of my favorite R.L. Stine episodes. Usually when I talk about horror, I always talk about kind of adult movies, but R.L. Stine has always been my favorite and has always been in my mind, and I always constantly rewatch them all the time because I find them so fun. And I specifically want to talk about the Haunting Hour series. I know Goosebumps are kind of the classic, but the Haunting Hour was kind of a teen typed horror related series that kids watched at the time, and had special celebrities such as Miss Debbie Ryan herself. She was in an episode about someone who passed away and she was annoying them, and then she passed away and she got haunted, which is another episode I would love to talk about, but later on. And there's another person that I think you'll totally recognize, Mr. Dylan Minnette. He was in 2 episodes of The Haunting Hour. We're going to be going through 3 different favorites throughout the week. But my first all-time favorite that I am going to talk about is one of my most haunting or horrifying ones for me as a kid, which is the episode with Big Yellow. Big Yellow is a mascot that they have in this, I believe they're in middle school, but I could be wrong, I think they're in high school, but they have it at a school, and he kind of just does this kind of weird dance, and he comes out during games, which, by the way, in this episode, it's really funny because most of the high school is really empty throughout the game, so it just seems like there's really no one there. Maybe it adds to that scary aesthetic, but it just really does seem that no one's there. But 2 specific boys are tired of Big Yellow, and they want to replace him. So what they do is that they go and get 50 signatures and an approval by a teacher in order to change him. And so everything seems like it's going well, and they're going to change this ugly and horrifying character. But something is not so right with Big Yellow. So what they do first is they hold auditions, and all of the mascots are not great. But all of a sudden, you get a really good one. Woofy. He outshines all of them. He does these amazing tricks. He's the best mascot they've ever gotten. So they're like, you know what? That's the guy for us. But they didn't end the auditions there. Mr. Big Yellow himself wanted to re-audition as the mascot for the school. He does his weird, creepy dance once again. He is stopped by the kids and told that that is enough. They no longer want to see anymore, and
that technically we have to give everybody a fair shot. All right, let us have it. Free.
once he leaves, they absolutely pick Woofy as the character that they want, and they say that they're gonna tell him the next day, oh, he's the new mascot, you know. But as he's walking out from, trying to get home, guess who's waiting for Woofy? From then on, Woofy disappears, and it's kind of suspicious and weird. So what the kids kind of get weirded out by that, and then on the next day they have Woofy's head in their bed, which is absolutely horrifying for them. And so before anything of this goes on, one of them is extremely tired of this, and they just don't want to continue with this. They just are tired of Big Yellow, and they think it's behind him. He's the reason these things are going on. So they're going to confront him. They're going to go after him. And so one of them goes after Big Yellow and tries to kind of confront him and tries to go over him. But where Big Yellow lives is kind of a weird janitor's kind of closet, and he's just there. And so he kind of tries to confront him, but he's not there, which is weird because that's Big Yellow's office. So he tries to seek him throughout the school, and keep in mind this is after school, so he's completely alone, and he's trying to seek out Big Yellow. And when he goes to the gym to seek out Big Yellow, he finally interacts with him, and he finally gets to see Big Yellow and confront him.
Coward? No wonder they call you Yellow. You won't even show your face!
As time goes on, his friend becomes suspicious because he was really aware of his confronting of Big Yellow, and so he's suspicious that he's not back yet. He's nowhere to be seen. He's gotten calls from him saying, hey, help me, something is going on with Big Yellow. So he becomes really anxious and tries to seek him out, but he cannot find him. So he goes to the school, and when he starts to call him and kind of seek him out, because Big Yellow's at the game again, even though he wasn't supposed to be the mascot anymore, he's like at the game now, and he calls him, and when he calls him, he starts hearing that ring inside of Big Yellow.
Oh, sorry.
Think he was actually a monster. I thought he was just some pervy dude inside of a costume, but to find out that he's actually some weird monster blew my freaking mind and actually scared the frick out of me. Also, just looking at this guy, look at him, he's scary. He scares the living shit out of me, and I'm old right now. I remember rewatching this episode recently and being like, please get off my screen. He's just absolutely horrifying, and I love it. I love how much detail goes into R.L. Stine's for it being a teenager / kid show. So yeah.